Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to finally start my YouTube channel. I've tried starting it a couple times now, but it just seemed like every time I took a video, I didn't have the right stuff or anything to finish editing or anything like that. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me with drugstore products. That's just what I use because it's cheaper, and honestly a lot of it is as good quality as the expensive stuff, so why not save a couple bucks and get the drugstore stuff. Alright, let's get into it. So first I like to start with just misting my face with this e.l.f. makeup mist and set. It is a setting spray, but I just like to start with it. I feel like it gives me a good base. Let me put my hair up first. I'm actually almost out of this stuff. I should probably get some when I go to the store today. I feel like starting with that just gives me a nice finish when I put my foundation over it. So next step is foundation, and I really love, this is e.l.f. again, I really love their Flawless Satin Foundation. So this, I believe, was like the lightest shade they had in it. So I mixed that with this one that I got in clearance. This one is way too dark for me. So I just like to mix them to get my perfect shade. This one is in Pearl and the darker one is in Almond. So I just do about a pump of each on the back of my hand. Okay, then I go in with my beauty blender. I get literally the biggest one I can find. I'm pretty sure this is the Real Techniques one. It's technically a body sponge, but I just like using it on my face because it just goes so much faster and I think it blends really well, and you don't spend all day blending your foundation onto your face then. So when I apply my foundation, I make sure to dab. I do not slide or swipe or anything. That just gives you streaky foundation, and we do not want that. Then I just drag it down my neck to blend in. And you don't want a harsh line of foundation and then your neck. I just like to pull my hair back slightly and get right up to my hairline. Okay, once your foundation is all blended in, I'm going to go in with concealer. One of my favorites is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This has been like my go-to for the past forever, pretty much. So the shade I have is Cool Ivory. Again, I'm pretty sure this is like the lightest shade they have. So I just go in, put a little right on the inner corner of my eye, and then just kind of swipe it up. And I'm going to be blending it mostly out. I'll take a little bit down. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the other end of my beauty blender. Just start on the inner corner, dab, and bring it out. I do go along the side of my nose here. And then I also like to put whatever's left on my beauty blender and put it on my eyelid, just as like an eyeshadow base. So I'll just go in, whatever's left on my beauty blender, tap it onto my eyelid. And then again, whatever's left on my beauty blender, I just put on my chin, a little on my nose, and up on my forehead. Now I'm going to go in and set this. The setting powder I've been using right now is the Airspun Loose Face Powder. I've been using this for a long time. Basically all of these are like my go-to. It's what I know works. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit in the cap there. Take my big fluffy brush. I believe this is e.l.f. I do have a lot of their brushes. They're really good. And then I just kind of dab, get my brush in there, and then I tap off the excess because I don't like my face too powdery. I don't feel I need too much setting. So then I just start with under my eyes because that's where the concealer went. So we need the most set there. And then I'll just kind of like bring it out throughout the rest of my face. Now this is a little trick I learned. I don't remember where I learned it, but I just take my beauty blender again and just press that powder in. I just feel like it gives you more of a natural look. It just kind of melts it all together. Okay, now once we did that, I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. I just like to contour with my bronzer. I feel like it looks a little more natural. And I use the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. This stuff is the best bronzer. I love it so much. I believe Kathleen Lights has used it, and I think that's where I first heard of it. It's just so good. So I'm gonna dab about 4 or 5 times, tap off the excess, and then I like to make the little fish face so you can see where your jawline angle is. I start at the back and then I'll slowly blend it forward. Then I'll just bring it up, go along my temples, on the outsides of my forehead. And sometimes I'll just go in with a bigger, fluffier brush just to blend out those harsh lines. Then I'm gonna slightly contour my nose. I'll just take my brush again and I just pinch it and I bring it just alongside my nose, kind of connecting to my eyebrow. Then I'll take what's ever left on my brush and go under my lip here. Then I go in with my blush. This one is from CoverGirl. My mom just gave it to me a long time ago. I should probably get a new one, but this is just what I've been using. So I just like to tap it in a little bit and then tap the excess off. Then I just kind of start more towards the back because I don't want it so bright in the front. Just lightly tap, and then I actually do take this on my eyelid as my eyeshadow. On days where I do not feel like doing eyeshadow, and it just saves so much time, and I feel like it just gives you a nice glowy look. Going on the other side. Sometimes I'll take what's left on my brush, just do a little on my nose, forehead, and chin. Now I like to set my face before I do any of my other steps. I do have my little fan to help it dry quicker. Now I like to go in with my highlighter. I do this after my setting spray. I just feel like it makes it brighter. So then I'll start right at the top of my cheekbone here, bring it back, and then I do the bridge of my eyebrow there. Oh, and this brush is from e.l.f. as well. It's their highlighting brush. So since this is my first video, I guess I'll share a little bit about myself. So my name is Maggie Rust. I live in Wisconsin. I am married to my husband, Noah Rost. We met when we were 15 years old at a summer camp. We started dating like 4 years after that, and then we got married in 2020. I'm currently going to school for cosmetology. I graduate in May, and I do have a job lined up at a salon. It's an Aveda salon, and I'm just so excited to finally start working. Like, school has been great, I loved it, but I'm just ready to graduate and be done with that, with the homework, with everything that goes into it, and just work and do what I love doing. We do have a dog. Her name is Willow. She is a golden retriever. She's just like the sweetest little thing. She still thinks she's a puppy. Okay, now I'm just going in, I'll be putting it on the tip of my nose, my Cupid's bow. I'll just take the excess and put it on the bridge of my nose, on my chin a little bit, and up on my forehead. Then I go in with just a smaller brush, and I do the inner corners of my eye. Just brightens my eyes up a little bit, makes me look more awake, and I just love the look of that little shimmer on the inside. I'm just going to do under my eyebrow again, just to give it that extra little pop of shimmer. Oh, and my highlight is from ColourPop. I love ColourPop's highlights, their eyeshadow palettes. This is in the shade Flexitarian. Alright, so I've been loving like the fluffy, bushy eyebrow look. So I just got this Brow Fast Sculpt from Maybelline. It's just got a little brush on it with the product. You can brush that onto your eyebrows. So I just like to brush them up, not completely because I'd look like a crazy person, but I'll start off with just kind of brushing them up and then go a little more out. And I just keep, you know, playing around with them until they look how I want them to. I don't know if you can see the difference. This one is tamed down and that one's just nice and fluffy. And I think my eyebrows, I find them dark enough and thick enough where I don't need to fill them in. Occasionally I will if it's like a special event or something we're going to and I just want to be a little more extra. But just on the day-to-day when I do my regular makeup, this is what I do. I just like to brush through them. It gives it a little bit of color, but also gives you that nice, natural, feathery look. Now I'm just going in with some mascara. I like to curl my lashes first. So first I've been going in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. This just seems to make my eyelashes look a little bit longer and helps the mascara go on smoother. So I just kind of start at the base and then I wiggle as I pull up just to help separate those lashes a little better. Now that the primer is on, I'm going to be going in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. This is in Carbon Black. I usually just like to get the blackest one they have. Basically same technique, start at the base, wiggle my way up. I like to blink on the brush sometimes. I just feel like that gives the eyelashes more pressure just to kind of stick up. Alright, this is the final look. I just popped on my second coat of mascara, added some chapstick. It's just a very fast, simple, easy look that you can do. It's my everyday go-to look with drugstore products. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait to continue my journey of YouTubing and I hope you guys stick around. Alright, thanks for watching today, you guys. Bye!